You know what's really funny is that I always forget that we ended the first episode by singing Baby in the Wild. With no context.
whatsoever.
We didn't address it ever.
And we'll never address it.
We would never will.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Shannon.
Hi, Allie. Allie, how are you?
I'm doing how I'm always doing.
I'm going to just assume that's good because that would be good.
That's so optimistic of
It
you.
is.
You're not good?
I mean, mentally, I'm always good.
Okay.
That's nice.
Physically, I do be struggling.
Okay, I'm sorry. Shut the flip up. You are doing fantastic. Fantastic. I'll derail this whole episode.
Wow,
right
hold on.
now.
We had a plan.
It's not even 10 seconds into the podcast
Train
and
is
we've
going.
derailed.
It's 45 seconds into the podcast, but we have derailed the train.
The train is off the track. Okay, hold on.
If we don't want to use this, we don't have to use
I would love to use this. What do you mean? Oh, are you talking about something in particular?
I think she means like
No,
you're
okay.
athletic, right?
You are in like some of the best shape of your life
Yeah.
currently.
Yeah.
Okay. And I am in some of the worst shape
That is
of my
not-
life.
that is
no,
not
no,
correct.
It is true. I'm going into this.
Whoa.
So
New anecdote.
through our
Derailed the train.
lives, I've always felt like we were the opposites of each other.
Okay.
Physique or what was going on.
Huh.
And there was like a time where I thought I was really strong
You
in
were. You are.
building some strength. I was at work today. I went to go lift a case I was used to throwing around on a truck
Yeah.
and I couldn't do it.
Oh.
I had to ask other people to do it because the amount of muscle mass that I have lost is incredible. Like in a sad way. Where I was thinking about you, there was a time where I was like, I could lift you. But you were like this beautiful, this model physique. And you're still that physique, but you put muscle mass on top of that. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? I'm like, damn. Now I'm in this position like, Hallie, you could lift me.
Wow.
I'm the one who's going to need your help when the apartment's on fire and somebody has to carry me outside.
I have to carry you out.
Before I
would absolutely carry you out.
Thank you. Before I was extremely confident I could carry everybody out. But now I'm at this point in my life where I am this frail person.
No.
And I
Frail?
don't
No.
have any strength like
No.
I used to.
Oh.
No, I don't believe it.
Does it make you feel better to know that last week I couldn't open a jar of peaches, and so now they're just sitting in my fridge, and I'm just waiting for I'm just waiting for like a man to come to my door who I can give my peach jar to, like a damsel in distress.
This is a Hallmark movie, is
'Cause I
what you're
can't
waiting for.
Open these peaches.
Okay, I don't have like super strength, but I can use rubber gloves to open it to get some grip on it.
I think that's what is needed.
Okay.
That or just like
I'm adding it to your Christmas list.
what I would prefer on my Christmas list is a tall, kind man
Okay.
with dark hair and eyes.
I'm working on it. Wait.
eyes?
Did you wait?
That's the minimum.
Hold on. Hold on.
I like
Give me the description again.
I like tall men
Okay.
with dark hair. But you know what? Recently I've been coming around to blondes.
Oh no.
I know this is like really shocking for me because I had a whole different idea of what your type was.
I know.
I'm derailing too much.
No,
but
I like this. This is
that's
better
fine.
than my
Okay.
original anecdote. I
good.
recently have I've never been a blonde, like, because I am blonde, so I never wanted a blonde guy. But recently,
Right.
some blonde guys have been catching my eye.
Wow.
I know.
You were like
what
extremely
happened?
adamant about that.
I know.
Yeah, like I was terrified.
But I don't know what happened. But
Huh.
maybe I'm getting soft in my old age.
Maybe.
I just old age.
And they have
Again,
to have
you're at
eyes.
the top of your physical physique, everything. I just, oh my gosh, I'm gonna throw my microphone.
We always get Shannon so agitated on this show in
She's
some
very
way.
expressive. I love that about her.
I apologize. I completely derailed
No, I like
from
this.
what you were talking about.
You know what? It doesn't even matter anymore because now
Okay.
all I'm thinking about is for Christmas how I would like you to get me a tall, handsome, kind man. Kind is an important
Okay.
descriptor there.
I got that. I got the kind down. I got a list of kind.
Wow.
Oh,
list.
she has a
A
list.
list.
She's checking it twice.
Wow.
Yes.
I don't have that. I cannot offer you that. I'm sorry.
Well, thank you anyway. We need to add to that list. Must be able to hold on. We
Must be able to what?
Open
to
the
add to that
jar.
list. Yeah, exactly. Must
Okay.
be able to open the peach jars. These are giant peach jars.
I saw them in
Okay.
your fridge.
I
They're
got it.
huge.
They're
Nailed.
big.
Understood.
You'd think with my like climbing experience that maybe I'd be able to do it, but I actually don't think I would because I suck.
All right, Allie. And I'm going to check my list and I'm going to check it twice. But in the meantime, this is Hot Girls Hockey, born in Jersey, our weekly opinions on the Devils. There's no facts here because we're analyzing by vibes.
This is clownery.
So, Allie, start us off. What is our red carpet report of the week?
Well, we're bringing it back to basics. We're bringing it back to a classic red carpet report.
All
No
right.
nonsense here. This
Okay.
is a serious investigative journalism.
Oh,
Whoa.
Yeah.
for fashion.
I'm scrolling.
Oh, yes. So for
I'm
those
looking
of you
at the first one.
who are listening, I have provided for Shannon and Sarah photo evidence in our outline for this
Yeah.
week. But I'm going to go in a different order.
Okay,
All right.
because
I'm gonna-
I have very strong feelings about the one.
Okay.
And it's interesting
Well,
already. Before we get into it, I can't.
Let's build up to it then.
All right.
Starting at the bottom.
I have a
We're
bad feeling.
starting at the bottom.
We're starting at the bottom.
This is
because-
the one that
Oh.
I have strong feelings about.
Okay.
Well, let's get into it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
At the bottom, we have Uncle Curtis Lazar
Yeah.
with the room for most improvement.
Yeah.
So on Friday night game against Sharks, yes, he wore this outfit. Let's just call out the elephant in the room. I'm not worried about the shoes. I'm not worried about the pants. I'm not worried about the shirt or the tie, although it doesn't appear to match the pants. What is this jacket?
This jacket is one of the ugliest things I've ever seen.
Can
I'm
you
not
please
gonna lie.
describe the jacket, Sarah?
I don't know how to describe this jacket other than boxy.
I understand what the style of the jacket could be, but it's
It's-
not matching everything else. And it's the color that I think really
Yeah, the light
does it
denim look.
against the pants.
It almost looks like it has multiple inspirations. Like it has a little bit of like a military silhouette, but it
Yeah.
just has a single line of buttons. It's not double breasted.
Mhm.
And then like the collar is in the like around the
Huge.
neck, it's like a short, almost like a mandarin collar, but then it has like a normal like popped collar in the front. And then the pockets are like poorly positioned and fitted.
They're up
Yes.
too high.
Yes. They need to be lower.
And then the buttons.
The
I didn't even
buttons.
the
Why?
buttons look like someone was like, hey,
Hey.
Mr. Taylor man, we are making a jacket for a hockey player. And the tailor was like, oh my God, hockey player. He's probably like a big guy. we need to make
him-
things proportional. And they just got the biggest clown buttons they could find.
This is not what I thought you were getting at with this. I thought you were going to say like it's supposed to be reminiscent of a puck or something because that's about the size
That
of
is
them.
approximately the size of these buttons.
The smile on his face is fantastic. The
Listen.
pose, love it.
Seeing Curtis Lazar makes me
Curtis
happy.
Lazar,
Yeah.
you're great.
Fond feelings.
It's just doing absolutely nothing for
Bad.
him.
I will give him one redeeming quality. This looks like exactly what your uncle would wear.
Not mine. I'm not going to elaborate any further on that.
Like I have uncles who I think would definitely wear this just to like get
Yes.
a reaction out of me, you know?
Yeah.
Just to make me giggle.
Yeah.
Love Curtis Lazar. Hate the jacket.
Yeah.
Room for most improvement this week. So moving to our top two.
Yeah, I'm curious which one's which.
Okay, so coming in
dying to
second
know.
place is the always reliable Siegenthaler.
I'm in shock.
Second?
No, I agree though. I agree.
Hold on.
I agree.
Wow.
For
Okay.
one reason.
A lot of
and one
thoughts
reason
happening
only.
here.
But
All
I'm,
right.
I'm going to wait till we get to it.
Okay.
I'm spoiling.
I didn't know this would be controversial. Okay, so Jonas Siegenthaler has,
Okay.
in my opinion, the best closet of all the Devils. I
Absolutely.
want to see this closet. He has the best outfits.
Mhm.
I can't even describe his suit because it's just like a simple. I can't tell if it's black or like a dark navy blue. It's hard to tell in this picture with the lighting, but it's a simple, dark, double-breasted suit. It's
Yeah.
tailored so well. It's fitted so well. Only having the one, like the one middle button buttoned, it's chic. He's just such a good dresser. He's always going to be on the best list. If
He
they
always
post an
looks
outfit of Siegenthaler, it's going to be on the best list.
So that's why I'm confused why he's second.
No, I agree.
Well, would
I
you like
agree.
to hear who is first this week?
Because of
Yeah.
the other photos that are in this outline. I don't like what this means.
Well, okay, let's get into it. So we have a Hot Girls Hockey first.
Okay.
Never before been seen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
Never
hate
thought
that
this
I
day
agree.
would come.
I know.
My best dressed of the week, my top fashion award, is going to Mr. Jack Hughes.
I'm shaking my head. I don't get it. Based on these pictures, I don't get it.
I get it.
I don't.
You get
I get
it.
it.
You
No,
get it.
I get
No.
this. I hate that. I love this.
He looks so good.
absolutely
I've never seen.
fantastic.
This is a great outfit.
It's fine, I
Okay,
guess.
let me describe it.
No.
He looks like any other dude.
Okay.
That's a part of it.
There's
That is a
million,
part of it.
There are a million men that
Okay.
look like this.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, hold on. For the listeners, let me describe what Jack is wearing. So this week, the Devils posted this whole like series of videos of Jack hanging out with some of the Giants, like ex Giants players. Eli Manning was there, and they were just doing like cute little videos at MetLife Stadium. Okay, I don't know if Jack dressed himself. I don't know if the
Mhm.
Giants were like, "Hey, Eli Manning's going to be here. You need to dress your boy nicer."
yes.
But Jack showed up in, this is like bringing your boyfriend to Thanksgiving outfit.
Yes.
Where's the flannel then?
It's fantastic.
He's
no, it's
subverting
better.
expectations
It's
by not wearing flannel.
Better than the flannel.
Yes,
It's
is
better.
a green corduroy jacket.
That's the key. The word right there. Corduroy.
Corduroy.
Yeah.
It's everything.
But again, I feel like I've seen a million dudes.
But that's
Who
why
look
it's
just like
impressive for
this.
Jack Hughes. It's fitted. And then, okay, so he has like the green corduroy jacket.
Mhm.
Underneath, he just has like a simple black t-shirt, then
Yes.
simple black skinny jeans, and
Mhm.
the white sneakers because Jack Hughes only wears
But-
white sneakers.
Yeah, you're
but
not
it
gonna.
looks good.
It's cohesive
And
with
it-
the hat.
Yes,
And
Jen,
the Apple
yes.
Watch band.
Yes,
It's perfect.
You get it.
And the color.
yes,
I'm all about
because
this.
he has the black hat with the Yankee symbol on it.
I just don't get it.
He looks
Good.
tan.
It's
Whereas
fine, yeah.
flattering. The green brings out the
I'm not
good
saying it's bad.
tones, like
yeah,
good tones.
The
Oh my
green
gosh!
looks
I mean,
good
it
on
complements his skin tone.
exactly. Normally, I think he looks
Yes.
like a sickly Victorian. This week, he looks like an
Yeah, he looks
like an
alive.
athlete.
Yeah.
He's
Yes.
alive.
Yeah.
He looks. He's got a healthy glow.
He looks
does.
youthful.
I also just love the vibe
And it's effortless.
Of, like-
it's effortless.
a Devils player at
Mhm.
MetLife Stadium with the Giants wearing the Yankees cap. The gang's
Yes.
all here.
Oh, I didn't even notice
we
that.
got the whole crew.
Huh.
Oh yes.
I'm just shocked at where we are right
I love
now.
this photo of him sitting on a bench next to a pillow with Eli Manning's face on it, a football, and then a grill.
Yeah.
Stop! I didn't even
It's
notice
very
the face
natural.
on the
It's very
pillow.
staged.
Yeah.
It's very much giving like catalog photo shoot. Like this looks like a Hollister ad.
Yeah, it kind of
Yeah.
does.
I love it. I don't know who dressed Jack Hughes in this outfit. I don't know if he dressed himself in this outfit. I don't know if someone else did. I don't know, but whoever it was needs to start picking all his outfits.
I think
'cause-
they deserve the best dressed.
Okay.
Whoever picked the outfit. We're never going to know who that was. So I guess it has to go to Jack, but
okay,
It could be
yeah,
him.
I'm just doubtful. I don't know.
Okay,
maybe it was Siegenthaler.
Allie, I agree with you on this.
Yep.
I'm just
It's fantastic. I love it.
Jack Hughes, red carpet.
Shocked.
What?
Red
Why did I have
carpet.
an
Red
accent
carpet.
there? Why did I have an accent?
Carpet. You from Boston? What's happening?
Park the car in the yard.
We can't even segue that. We didn't play Boston this week or anything. Damn it.
That's okay. We didn't play Boston.
We did not.
Nope.
But Sarah, can you bring us into our weekly update and tell us who we did play?
I sure can. This time, we had a game against one of our little rivals, the Flyers, which we won.
Yay.
And then we
This
had a
is the
game
one.
against the Sharks, which I'm not even going to say how that went. So currently, we are in 7th in the division again, guys.
No.
Yeah, 11 wins, 10 losses,
Hold on to the six.
1 overtime loss, 23 points.
So what you're saying is the Devils are definitely not in a playoff position.
They are super not. Things are not looking great at the moment.
Honestly, that's fine.
Yeah.
Sometimes the Devils are more fun to root for when they're losing.
And to be honest, I hate to break this to you guys. I'm officially a Kraken fan now.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
Should we end the podcast? Like, is this?
Hey, you have your backup team too.
Yeah, but they're my backup team. They're not my primary team.
Well,
Are you saying the Krakens are your primary team?
no.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
We're
We
okay
can
then.
continue recording that.
I
Yeah.
can't, you know.
So how did this Flyers game go? This was our highlight of the week.
This was our highlight of the week, and it started off strong. Do you want to know what the very first thing that happened in this game?
Yeah.
What's really funny about this is that they brought some woman out to sing the national anthem, as they always do, whatever.
Okay.
And I muted it because I was like doing other things. And at one point, I look up at the screen, and they just they're panning across the Devils players, and they stop on Nico, and he starts to like laugh. And then he like kind of just like an awkward smile. It tries to, you like when you're laughing and you try to cover it up with a smile.
No,
Mhm.
You don't do that?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm trying to envision what this looks like.
So here, let me imitate this for you,
Yeah.
Sarah. So he was like a. I can't show this to the listeners. But
It's like when you're doing a
And then you're like-
quiet laugh.
and you kind of like bite your lips so that you don't actually laugh, and then
okay,
you just like
but you
smile.
do big smile.
Okay.
And then you're just like, yeah, it's like a big smile. So
Thank you for the
Oh my
visual. Now
gosh.
I understand.
Okay. So he did one of those. And then I was like, what's going on? And I turned on I had muted the TV. And I don't want to say she was bad, but she was doing too much.
Oh.
You know, when people are singing the anthem and they do too much.
Yeah.
She was doing too much. This has nothing to do with the game. It was just, I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And, I vibe with that.
Yeah.
Because that's why you could never pan to me during the national anthem.
No.
Because if they get to like that home of the brave part and
Mhm.
they're going on for way too long,
Doing all them vocal runs that do
Yeah.
not need to happen.
I would be giggling too. I mean, this game started off strong with our boy Alexander Holtz scoring the first goal.
Mhm.
You know how like they do that thing where they post predict who's gonna score the first goal for the Devils.
The thing I was so mad about last time we went in person. I
Yeah.
don't know why.
Yeah. Well, you can just go ahead and put Alexander Holtz every time.
Yeah.
Because I think it's always going to be him.
It's a safe bet.
And something that I noticed particularly in this game is that Holtz is just like such a good skater. Because sometimes you watch hockey players and they're just kind of like skating, like
Yeah.
it's functional. They're just kind of like getting across the ice. And other times you watch hockey players and they're like skating.
Hmm.
Okay.
Like they know how to move.
Like Jesper.
Yes,
Yeah.
like Jesper Bratt is a very good skater. They have like really good edge control. They're just like zigzagging
it.
in and out. Holtz is just a really good skater, and the way he skates too, he kind of like protects the puck well. I
That's
think
good.
when he has the puck, I'm not a numbers person. I'm not looking at stats. This is probably not a stat anyone's tracking, but I feel like when he has the puck, there's fewer turnovers because he is just like angling himself in the right way most of the time to protect the puck from whoever's trying to intercept it from him.
That's totally a stat.
I'm sure someone's
I'm just
tracking it.
guessing.
Yeah.
Everything's a stat.
Yeah.
This is sad. Timo's still out.
Oh, yeah. So something that was sad about this game, Timo and Hala were still out,
Ugh.
but so was Dougie. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more later. And Noshek. What's interesting with even them being out, Brendan Smith was back on defense. I was saddened by this. I want to see Brendan Smith,
Yeah.
fourth line winger,
What happened?
forever.
Yeah.
I agree.
But with Dougie being out, obviously he had to fill in on
I
the
guess
defense.
that's
Yeah.
probably why.
So, Shannon, I have an important question for you right now.
Okay.
Do you want to hear like actual important play-by-play recaps of this game, or do you want to hear about the silly nonsense I noted? There's a correct answer.
Oh, fuck. I wanted one serious thing and the rest nonsense.
Okay, well, all I have is nonsense.
Okay,
So,
then it could be nonsense.
nonsense that I noted is that MSG sucks.
yeah,
okay.
I'm not paying. What is it? $10.90? I forget the price, but
It's like $10 a game.
game.
Are you
No flipping way. I'm
Talking-
reading your note right now. No way.
about what I think you're talking
Yeah.
about? Where for some reason during the Flyers game, the like on-screen graphics looked absolutely awful. I literally got up and I was like pointing at the screen to
Yeah.
like note like where things were like misaligned or like the font was like stretched out in like weird ways and stuff. And like there was no like power play timer or
Yep.
anything. Like what was going
Wow.
on?
The Devil's
I
logo.
can tell you exactly what was going on.
What?
Whoever does the graphics was unfortunately new that day. That's
sucks
my
to be
guess. That is my guess.
Well, they didn't do a great job. The Devil's logo was literally cut off, like, you know, in the little score box
Really?
up in the left-hand corner.
That's
The
extreme.
top and bottom of the Devil's logo was like cut off, and then there was a part of it like
Oh yeah.
sticking out. Of
It was
the
like
box.
extending past the box at one point. Yeah.
like one of the little horns in the
Yeah.
devil. Like it was just sticking up above the box.
Wow. If it wasn't a new guy, then somebody was just fucking around.
Like,
Yeah.
how did you? I don't know how they managed to do all. I don't know how this works, but like, I don't know how they
Mhm.
managed to do all of this.
Like Sarah was saying, there was no power play timer on the screen for like the
That's
first,
so frustrating.
at least for the first period.
Yeah.
That tells me someone couldn't figure it out.
Right. And so you're sitting there and you're like, how much
Like,
time is left?
What's going on?
Yeah.
Right.
Later on in the game, they figured that out and they were able to put one up there. But then, even once they figured that out,
Mhm.
and this, Shannon, this would have pissed you off. It's almost good that you didn't watch this game because the camera at
Yeah.
certain points was literally shaking. Like I felt seasick.
Oh, really?
At moments where they were
I-
like zooming in or out, especially when they were like panning over to the bench. It was literally like an earthquake.
Whoever the crew was that normally does the coverage was not there.
It must have been
Because normally when a camera operator does a fast zoom or whatever, they're not live. It's
Mm.
on another camera that has a stable image while the other one's getting it. So whoever was, it was either the director wasn't calling it properly, the operators didn't know they were live, or the person who's called the TD that physically switches the cameras was just bad at it and wasn't doing what the director said. You're right. I would have been pissed. I've been like, get me in that room right now.
You would have done a much better job.
That's
True.
not true. But get me in that room right now. Either
You
way.
have.
You've done this before at hockey games. We talked about this episode
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Or 3.
You know.
One of them.
Three?
I flip.
Go back and listen to both of them if you
yeah.
haven't.
Why don't you?
What are you doing here? This is episode 8.
Yeah.
Come on. Every
No, this is a
episode.
good place to start. If you're on episode 8 and this is the first time that you're listening to us, thank you. Do not go back to 1. Start at 2 or 3.
Or start at 8 and work your way backwards.
Oh.
And then you'll have a really wild experience
Yeah.
Yes.
unraveling the nonsense.
The Witch Saga backwards would be interesting.
The Witch Saga forwards is
It
interesting.
is, yeah.
I apologize.
Other fun little things that I noted. You know how I always talk about how like Nico is just so defensive? There was one moment where the Flyers had like an open shot on goal. And Nico just dramatically, not even casually, dramatically threw himself in front of goal
Wow.
to stop the Flyers' chance, which is just a great move because then the goalie can cover one section. You dramatically throw your body on the ice, you cover the other section. It's a classic move.
Yeah.
But it was such drama queen energy.
Oh my God.
I loved it. Shortly after that, Jack Hughes scored on a breakaway. That's not like news. But
Well,
what is news is that immediately after he scored,
I just read it. Did they really?
yes,
Did they really?
the Flyers Stadium played ABCDEFU by Gail. So I just need you to imagine.
What?
I think it was probably just next in their song roundup.
Oh my gosh.
But this was a home game for the Flyers.
Yes.
Yeah,
Jack
that's interesting.
Scores on them, and you just hear A B C D E F U.
That's incredible.
It was the next best thing to the Devils having their own goal songs.
yes.
And I think that should be Jack's goal
that
song.
should be. That's a good one. Yeah.
That is a good one.
It was so funny to me.
Other music related things that I wrote about this. There was
Yes.
one point the like coach for Philadelphia was like screaming at the refs about We
Yeah.
haven't talked about the Luke thing yet, but he was screaming at them. And for some reason, The Offspring was playing really loudly in the stadium at the same time. And I literally, like, I felt like the anxiety just like creeping up in the back of my neck because this guy from Philadelphia is screaming and The Offspring is playing. And I was like, this is a nightmare scenario for me. I don't want to be here right now. Like, I actually had to just like look away from the television. Like, I couldn't take it anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I wrote also, though, that otherwise the Wells Fargo music selection slapped. I don't remember exactly what they played. I wrote nothing down about that,
Oh no.
but it apparently slapped.
If anyone has the playlist for Wells Fargo, send it to me.
Yeah.
So Shannon, you said you wanted like one serious thing.
Yes.
Okay, I'll give you my one serious thing.
Okay.
So
I'm ready.
at one point, Luke was outright assaulted
Yeah.
by Hathaway. So
Ew.
let me explain this to you. Luke and Hathaway both skating to the far end of the ice, chasing after the puck. It is an obvious icing, right?
Okay.
So Luke clearly sees that an icing call is about to happen and kind of like pulls up. Hathaway does not. Is right behind Luke. They're both chasing the puck. They're like one right after the other.
Mm-hmm.
Hathaway does not let up.
Mm-hmm.
Slams right into Luke. And it was like a full body hit. And it was one of those hits too where like Luke obviously was anticipated the icing call. So he was like not
He
prepared
was
to
not
be
prepared
hit.
for the hit.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then this unleashed a little bit of chaos.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Has happened before. This happened during the Avalanche game with the Avalanche game with Colton when he checked Timo in the face. Am I remembering the right player?
I don't know. I believe you.
During that game, what happened was Luke let up because he thought Colton was going to go for the puck.
Yeah.
But instead, Colton fully committed to hitting Luke, but he wasn't prepared for the hit because it was so obvious that the puck was on Colton's side that he was just going to go for it.
Yeah.
And then this exact same thing happened where I don't know the rest that happens, but like that unleashed chaos after where
Whoa.
then Colton and checked Timo Meyer in the face
Oh.
for saying,
okay, yes,
hey, what the hell happened?
I do kind of remember this. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, so it was a similar type situation then. And part of the reason it unleashed chaos is because the linesman didn't blow the whistle.
Oh.
Everyone could see that it was icing. The linesman didn't blow the whistle. And obviously, if he'd blown the whistle, Hathaway, we presume, would have kind of pulled up and then maybe they would have collided, but it wouldn't have been as like hard of a hit.
Right.
Jack was understandably pissed because
Yeah.
like,
His little baby brother.
his little baby brother got hit.
Yeah.
For no
Yeah.
reason. He like they kind of like panned to him on the side and you could kind of see him like mouthing at the refs to do their job,
Yeah.
which is relatable. If someone hit my little sibling,
Absolutely.
I freaked the fuck out.
I'd be so mad.
That person would be dead.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I get the energy. I relate. Honestly, I don't think I could play the same sport as one of my siblings, like at the same time.
No way.
I'd want to be like with them the whole time.
Yeah, I would just want to hang out with her.
Yeah, I'd be like, hold my hand.
Mm-hmm.
It also led to a fight. Jonas defended Luke. Again, more shenanigans, but we'll actually get into that a little bit more later.
Yeah.
It did lead to a little bit of controversy because it ended up being a major penalty on the Flyers.
Okay.
So the Devils ended up with a 5-minute power play. But you can kind of debate, like, is it Hathaway's fault or is it the linesman's fault for not blowing the whistle? Should they have gotten a 5-minute penalty? Should it have been a 2-minute penalty? The answer is, I don't care. Don't beat up Luke.
Yeah.
Other good, serious things that happen. Akira Schmidt. Schmidt. Why did I add a T onto the end of his name? Schmidt. He's Schmidt now. No, Schmidt. No T. He started this game and he rocked it. He, especially on the power kill, had some good saves. He looked so solid, so like in the zone. Related news, the Devils power play, at least as of this game, was still first in the league.
How?
Because the power play is good, just because they're not winning.
I know. It's just so weird that we were so bad last time.
Oh,
but we
last
were
season,
doing last season, but we were doing so well in our points overall and our position in the league. And now it's the complete reverse.
They had
just like how I was talking in the antidote alley.
Yeah.
Where we're physically
You're opposites. Yeah.
The Devils' power play percentage is reversed.
It's opposites.
Of their position in the
See,
in the
if you're ever
Metropolitan.
listening to this podcast and you think things aren't related and we're not going to bring them back, we
There
always
you go.
do.
Yeah. Do you think they spent too much time trying to improve the power play
That they lost everything else.
just lost everything else? Yeah.
Maybe that was like the magic.
Maybe the Devils
they lost.
should try sucking at the power play
Maybe
again.
they should. Give it a try.
I'll take anything.
Think on it.
Honestly.
Throw every power play.
Yeah.
No shots on goal.
Just do something else instead
sit
during
on the
that
ice
time.
and play patty cake.
Yeah.
What are they going to do?
Eh,
Something else that happened. Some more nonsense. This is my favorite part of the game. Nico got sent to the penalty box, I think twice.
Oh my gosh. That's so unusual for him.
Yeah. And one of these times, Ryan Novo tweeted, I couldn't find video evidence of this.
I didn't see this.
And I desperately wish someone had. But I believe Ryan Novo, I don't think he's going to lie to us. He said that Gritty was on like outside the penalty box twerking on Nico. And I think that's
Gritty.
hilarious.
Oh, Gritty.
Oh my gosh.
I might hate the Flyers, but I am a Gritty stan.
I do love me a Gritty.
I love Gritty.
He's so weird.
Again, freaks me out.
I love it.
And not get
love
near him.
I love that one little
can't.
lazy eye he has that kind of rolls around. I'm obsessed. Oh my gosh.
More of them should have mascots like that.
I think so. The Devils were kind of crushing it for a while. And, the Flyers scored at one point, and I just want to comment on this one. This goal, it was scored by Frost. Bastian, don't get me wrong, I love Nate Bastian. Love to root for him. He like completely left Frost open.
Whoops.
And then this led to a little bit of sadness. At one point, the Devils had 2 penalties at once. So they were playing like 5-on-3, and the Flyers tie it up.
Yeah.
So we went to overtime, and I turned my TV off and told people to tweet at me the ending.
Aw.
Oh my gosh.
If you're wondering what the overtime lineup looked like, it was Nico and the Hughes Bros,
Okay.
which is a new band name that I'm working on.
I was thinking about the Mario Bros.
Okay.
That's what it reminds
Oh my
me
God,
of.
Luke is Luigi and Jack is Mario.
Yeah, that's what that is. Okay, well, getting into the OT, I saw the highlight
You did.
of this.
So what happened,
specifically.
Shannon? Tell me.
Luke Hughes scored immediately, seconds into OT, ending it beautiful,
Thank God.
incredible,
We love to see it.
stress-free.
Yeah.
But the thing that immediately followed, instinctively, I
Mhm.
think this was instinctively,
Mhm.
Luke Hughes bowed.
He took a little bow.
And I could not handle it. The rest of the game, everything else doesn't matter anymore. Luke Hughes bowed.
This completely changed my opinion on Luke.
What did it change?
Yeah. What was it before?
I was neutral before.
Okay.
Okay.
Now he's my favorite Hughes brother.
Oh.
I loved it. He was just like a little lad doing a little bow.
A little
A
lord.
little lad
Yeah.
doing a little bow.
It was so graceful. Like, you know, he's done that before.
It was.
Oh,
it was very
absolutely.
smooth.
Yeah.
This is
And it was charming and weird. And I think it's
Yes.
fun.
I want them to change his weird Jedi animation on the Jumbotron
Uh-huh.
to like a bow at an orchestra or like on a theater stage as his animation
Put him
instead.
in a little tuxedo.
Yes.
Give him like a little top hat.
yeah.
a little
and then
bow.
he should bow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that'd be
So,
great.
That would be funny.
I think that would be way more genuine than the weird Jedi
The-
thing going
yeah,
on.
the Luke Skywalker thing.
Yeah.
My only other comment on this game is that I'm glad they won, but like it really would have been better to win in regulation.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a little frustrated that they couldn't hold on to their lead. Especially a game like this, when you're playing against another team in your own division,
Yes.
and you're already so low in the standings, you really have to rob
Yeah.
both points from them.
Yeah.
Like one is not enough.
You can't
because
afford it.
It's not. You need to take both of those points from Philly so that you can start moving your way up and they can fall a couple paces down.
Yeah.
Where are the Flyers in the standings?
They
Sarah?
are third in the division, unfortunately.
Like, this is going to be so embarrassing
Yeah.
if we have the Flyers in the playoffs.
Yeah.
A new age of orange. Orange?
At least you get to see Gritty.
Oh, yeah. So, Shannon, I am a little bit of a Nostradamus.
You have that in common with my dad.
Do
Sorry.
You
You dressed up as Nostradamus for Halloween one year.
I have been best friends with you for literal decades. And yet every time we record this podcast, I somehow find out new information.
Yeah.
I don't even know what.
I don't know.
We don't have time for that.
No, because we need to talk about this game.
I said a couple episodes ago, I think it was episode 4, I said that whatever happens, the Devils will find a way to lose to the Sharks. Not the Sharks will beat the Devils. The Devils will find a way to lose.
And
Boy, did they.
That specification is very true.
Can you guys please tell me what the frickety frack happened on the 1st of December?
Well, they lost the first goal.
standard.
It's kind of standard. We thought maybe things were getting better on that front, but no.
Oh my God. We did it again.
What?
We did it again.
We did it.
We did what?
We did it again.
We did what again?
We totally glossed over the most important fact.
Oh, we did it again. You're
we
right.
did it again.
Oh my God.
You mean who is back this week?
Yes!
Why do we keep doing
They're
this?
playing the Sharks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn.
And
Who came back, Shannon?
Timo.
Your boy.
Yeah.
Yes, I was very happy. As soon as I saw his face on the screen, the first thought I had was impeccable eyebrows.
Oh my God.
And that's such fun timing to come back to play the team that you were just on.
Yeah.
Yes.
It seems
Yeah.
like it's going to be such a good game.
We also got to see Fabian Zetterlund.
That's true.
Mhm.
Mackenzie Blackwood was sitting on
He
bench,
was
right?
there.
He wasn't
Yeah,
in goal.
He was not in goal.
They panned to him at one point and he looked completely unbothered.
Yeah.
This was also the name that I don't know how to pronounce.
Oh.
But pronounced so strangely. Not based on its spelling.
Nemitz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simon Nemitz came up.
He
Yes.
sure did.
That
Wow,
was cool.
so many exciting things happened to this game. Where could it possibly have gone wrong?
Yeah, I don't know.
I have
We
no
had
idea.
all the pieces to make it a good game. What happened?
Here's what the first thing that happened. These were back-to-back games, the Flyers and the Sharks.
Yes, they were.
Schmidt played the Flyers game, started, went home,
Mhm.
went to bed,
Mm-hmm.
woke up the next morning, and they said, hey, are you really tired from that long game that you played where you had to stop a whole bunch of shots and go into the most stressful situation in the world for a goalie, which is overtime?
Yeah.
And then you're coming right back to another game. Want to start again?
Yeah.
And he did.
Seems like a good idea.
So, yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
I don't know.
This is just like a weird decision to me. And we can talk about it a little bit more later. But like that is... the goalies play the whole game.
Yeah.
They get so
Yes.
tired. And then to start the same goalie in back-to-back games,
Like, what was the thought process behind it?
especially because not that Philly's that far, but it's a little bit of a travel. Like I had to travel to Philly this past weekend and I was exhausted by the time
Yeah.
I got home.
Yeah.
You
And
went to
like-
Philly?
Shannon, we don't have time for this. We already talked about this.
She did.
Instead of starting Vanacek, they put Schmidt in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which again, either it lends towards my theory that Lindy Ruff is a creature of habit, and if it works, he keeps it the same, or just suggests that Vitek is going through it
I don't
enough that they just didn't trust him to put
Yeah.
him in.
I don't know. Something interesting. My dad commented on this specifically because I called him during the first period of the Sharks game and
Number
told
one
him,
Akira Schmidt fan.
yeah, I
Your
told
dad.
Oh.
him to turn the game on.
Yeah.
And my mom answered and said he can't watch because he's very emotional about it because they were losing
No.
at the time.
Last season during the Rangers playoff series, they every time Schmidt saved a shot, your dad would text me, all caps, Exclamation point. Schmid.
Yes. But the one comment my dad had was to stop changing the goalie. He thinks it's wrong. He thinks there needs to be consistency.
I guess they tried for that consistency, but
it keeps flip-flopping every so often based on, like, I agree with you, Allie, like, on your theory. I think just Lindy Ruff is a creature
kind of reactionary in his coaching. Yeah, I think that's true. Like, a lot of teams, you just kind of have like one main goalie. Like the Rangers, if Shesterkin is breathing, he's going in.
Yeah, exactly.
But I feel like back-to-back games, that's what you have the other goalie for.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think that's where this game maybe kind of like started off rough, starting with Schmidt coming right off of the Flyers game. Devils give up the first point. Yeah, whatever. I don't even bat an eye at that anymore. Like, what was the domino effect?
I it's weird. Like, I watched this game and then I was just like in disbelief at the end, where I felt like we were playing not to our fullest.
Okay.
Like, we just weren't as strong as we could have been. And there was just like a lot of things that got past us that shouldn't have. Like you said, we truly, I feel like, just found a way to lose.
Was it everyone looked sloppy?
The whole team. I was just in disbelief.
I was watching it with a friend and she kept saying Schmid. She's only seen 2 hockey games in her whole life, to be fair. But
Schmid, that's ice cold. Oh my gosh. It had the vibe of like a trap game from the bits and pieces that I watched. It's almost kind of like you give all your effort against the Flyers, and you have the Sharks, who are literally ranked last in the NHL.
Yeah.
They are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you're like, whatever, throwaway game.
Yeah. It kind of feels like they just assumed they would win without having to put any effort in.
You're the Devils. You should never assume you're going to win anything.
And that super backfired on them.
This isn't the Bruins. Like, what are you? Come on, guys.
Like, you do still have to try a little bit.
Or they were just tired from the night before. But what was some of the nonsense that happened in the Sharks game?
The thing that I think annoyed most people was that one goal where they may or may not have sounded the goal horn, but the ref may or may not have blown the whistle. And I think it was Nico kind of wedged the puck past the goalie ever so slightly, and it went over the goal line. It was a goal. It looked like one for all intents and purposes. And they super did not give it to the Devils.
Chicken tenders ref strikes again.
I don't know what this means.
I'll explain it to you.
I hope you do.
So this is the party game that I did see.
Okay.
And this linesman, I don't recognize linesmen, but some people do.
Okay.
And so what happened in this play is that the Devils scored. It was clearly over the line.
Yeah.
But the ref disallowed the goal, claiming that he had intended to blow his whistle, but had not yet blown the whistle. But he was going to blow the whistle.
Sure.
Therefore, play was technically stopped. Therefore, no goal.
I can't believe that. I cannot believe that.
That's the biggest BS.
This is chicken tender ref.
Well,
So what's funny about chicken tender ref is that this game, for whatever reason, the three of us last year did not watch. And I was not like on Twitter as much last year, so I didn't see the clips of this. So last year, the Devils were playing the Maple Leafs, and Chicken Tender Ref was there. I don't know his real name. I'm sorry.
It's
okay. He's
it's
Chicken
fine.
Tender Ref.
Yeah.
And a similar situation happened where the Devils had 3 goals against the Maple Leafs that were turned over.
Okay.
So they had 3 goals taken from them.
Why?
Chicken Tender Ref didn't like them.
How 3? Oh my God.
And so what happened?
That feels biased at that point.
Yeah, it's suspicious. So at some point in the game, obviously the Devils fans in the crowd are getting a little riled up.
Yeah.
You take away 3
3 is
goals?
a lot.
They're screaming, they're yelling, they start throwing things on the ice. Eric Holla skates his little self over, tries to calm the crowd down, and someone throws a chicken tender at him.
Why? Why'd they do
I
that?
think they were just throwing him and he happened to be there. I don't know.
No.
Okay.
This is why we're not allowed to have fucking caps on our water bottles at the game.
It's people like this throwing chicken tenders at Aricala.
So why is he the chicken tender ref then?
Because he was just the ref from the game that
Oh, okay.
the
chicken
chicken
tender.
were stolen.
He didn't
Okay.
throw the.
and it resulted in Aricala being
Okay.
hit with a chicken tender.
Rip.
My favorite thing about this, I just have to bring this up.
Yeah.
Because when someone asked Aricala about this after the game, he just goes, I kind of tried to wave to the fans to stop throwing things, but I think I got hit with a chicken tender during that time. So whatever.
So whatever.
I just think this is so funny.
Damn. Chicken tender ref strikes again. Ugh.
It really did.
But we didn't have any funny little bits from this game, unfortunately, like that one.
No, I just realized they were talking about the commentators were talking about this during the game because there was obviously a lot of talk about Timo because we're playing the Sharks.
Yeah.
And I almost forgot the words Timo time
How could you have forgotten those?
It hasn't been
because
any.
there hasn't been any. There
Yeah.
just hasn't been
Any Timo time.
He's been gone.
Timo time.
And when he's here,
And I need more Timo time in my life.
Shannon's going through Timo time withdrawals.
She is.
It's not good. I get shaky. I can't pronounce words. It's not pleasant.
Oh my god. Wow, that's some serious withdrawal.
How did this game end? Someone tell me.
Not well.
This game, I said this to you guys earlier. When it got to 5-3, I was scrolling along on my phone, looking at Twitter, which was ahead of the game. And I said either out loud or to you guys that if it somehow gets to 6-3, because there have been an absurd amount of 6-3 losses this season, that I was just gonna become a Kraken fan. And I saw it come up on my little phone, and my phone just fell out of my fingertips. And now I am officially a Kraken fan.
This is such a dramatic scene.
It was very dramatic.
This is tragic.
Yeah. It's not how I wanted things to go.
If you're gonna be a Kraken fan, I'm officially a Coyotes fan.
Yeah.
Well, can you
time.
believe it? Episode 4, I did say I can't wait to watch. When you commented specifically, the Devils will somehow find a way to lose to the Sharks. I said that's when I will officially make the Sharks my new backup team.
Oh my God.
The day has come.
So the time has come. And after you showed me the one fan doing the huge jaw.
Oh yeah, let me describe this to the listeners.
So that's what sealed it for me. I'm like,
Fair
yeah,
enough.
officially.
That was good.
During the
Sharks.
During the broadcast, they kept panning to the one Sharks fan in the audience, the one Sharks fan in his little blue outfit. And after the Sharks scored, he put his arms out, made little like jaws with his hands, and was doing a chomping motion. And it was so charming
Yes.
that I was almost a Sharks fan.
Yeah.
The Sharks are now officially my new backup team
Yeah.
Wow.
until I change my mind later.
Speaking of backup teams, can I tell you guys how the Coyotes are doing?
Yeah.
You
They're
know
doing
what?
pretty good, I
Give
think,
it to me
right?
because we're not doing so hot.
No,
Remember how I said Coyotes are going to the Cup?
they probably are, aren't
Stop.
They're fourth in their division.
they? Ooh.
Okay.
better
Just
than
calm
us.
down.
That's better than my
It's-
backup
it's
team,
only
too.
fourth.
Don't give me that face shit. It's
That's
only
only
fourth. The
3
Devils are
behind where we
7.
are.
Only 3 ahead.
3 behind? There's
Sorry,
3
only
behind.
3 ahead. Only 3
We're
ahead.
Coyotes are-
second to last.
Listen, you have heard it here first. Coyotes are going to the playoffs.
Okay.
I believe it.
Let me tell you.
Well, yeah, I believe that. I'm just saying.
Do you want to tell you how their last couple games went, Shannon?
I heard how the last
Whoa.
one went.
Okay, nobody can see the strong eye contact
I
Allie
know.
made with me. Tell me how it went.
They shut out the Capitals.
Fuck.
Them too, huh?
They beat the Blues.
Wait, that's not fair because the Capitals, it's personal to you.
It is personal to me.
Yeah.
They beat the Avalanche.
Nice.
They beat the Lightning.
Damn.
They beat the Golden Knights.
Damn.
Didn't they also shut out the Golden Knights?
They shut out the Golden Knights.
That's what I thought.
This is a
Whoa.
list of recent Stanley Cup champions
Yeah.
that are falling to the Arizona Coyotes.
I might have to change my Christmas gift for you again.
Damn.
Because you already bought the thing I bought you
It's true. You
and
did.
have to return it. Sorry.
I am really, really rooting for this Coyotes playoff run. I need them to keep up this momentum. I also am not immune to the fact that they are beating a lot of the teams that the Devils have lost to.
Yeah.
I don't like this era for us. I don't like this. We're all having backup teams and the Devils are losing. What's happening?
Well, there's a small part of me that believes we'll just win every game until the playoffs. so
Every
we get
game
playoff
It's
enough.
not too late.
What's
That's what I
They
think
can
every
still
single
win.
time. I think it's not too late. We
Yeah.
can have a winning streak until the
Yeah.
playoffs.
What's the point
It's
of no return? Like, I need someone to do the math and tell me, like, at what point.
I don't know. Somebody please tell us
Do
what
not
is the
know.
point of no return?
I think it's
I'm sure
it's
there is one.
dynamic because it depends on the other teams. But
Huh.
there is like a
I
point.
feel
of
like
no
there is.
return.
Yeah, there is
They-
like a point threshold that like you can't.
Come back from.
Yeah. You know what's interesting is that because Dougie is out on long-term injury reserve.
Yeah.
I was reading about that because I didn't really know what the specifics of that were. And something was saying that like it's pretty common right before a player is placed on long-term injury reserve for there to be some sort of trade to kind of make up for that because they have extra cap space
Yes.
on top of that.
Huh.
And Dougie is I think, the
And-
highest paid player.
He is. And yet there was no movement whatsoever
Fitz is cooking something.
in trying to, I don't know, defense, goalie, what have you. It's kind of interesting. They have all of this ability, but they didn't do anything.
I feel like it's
about
hard
it.
to get.
I'm sure it
A
isn't
goalie.
an easy process to do,
Yeah.
but
If anyone can do it,
just
it's Fitz.
just an interesting little note.
Huh. Not a great game. So we're going to move on over to the Skarkoffel Award. Woo. This is where we give Academy Awards to the most cinematic fights of the week. Honestly, not much happened this week scuffle-wise between the two games. I know there was one bit where like Siegenthaler fought back for the hit on Luke Hughes.
Mhm.
But what I really want to get into, you guys, is the theatrics. I don't even know what to call it.
I'm so intrigued.
Yeah.
Where is this going?
I don't know what this is about.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so there was commercials played last season
Yeah.
about no drama in the NHL. Do you
okay.
guys kind of remember this?
Not at
No.
all.
Okay.
I believe you though.
So something that I noticed, I have this theory that the NHL has more theatrics to it than we think it does. You know how like wrestling is really all theatrics?
Yeah.
Not like that, but I think there's just like a tiny little bit.
You think there's a little bit of
That just
shifting?
feels
Interesting. It
a
sounds
little
like she's saying that it's
too-
scripted again.
Shannon, as a
Too convenient.
This
Right.
is not the
Prior-
first time she has suggested
Yeah,
this.
Shannon.
Okay, first time Allie just started yelling at me. It's scripted. And I was like, no, that's not what that means. What I'm saying, I think it's very oddly coincidental that Nico came back to play his first game against the Sabres,
Uh-huh.
the
Mhm.
team that knocked him out
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
against Clifton.
Uh-huh.
Big views.
Big views.
Got to see this.
Yeah.
Right. And I also think it's very coincidental.
Coincidental.
Yes, it's coincidental
She put an L in there somehow.
that Timo first game back
Mhm.
is against the Sharks,
That's true.
the former team
Yeah.
that he was on.
Yeah.
There's just something about it that felt slightly theatrical to me.
Jack's first game back was against the Rangers, the team's biggest rival.
Yeah.
It's
I guess there isn't like a, you are right.
The Devils have some interesting timing.
they do.
There's just something seeing it back to back like this. It felt slightly purposeful.
Scripted.
Definitely purposeful.
Okay, I wouldn't say
I'd say.
scripted.
What
but
is
there's-
another word for purposeful?
Intentional. We're just listing
Timing-wise,
synonyms now.
It was super convenient, and they tried to make it happen that
Yeah.
way.
They did.
Like it was gonna happen. It's like, oh, you could rest one more game, or we can have you back for this game. I don't actually know how any of this breaks down,
Yeah.
but there was just this little bit that I'm like very curious
It sure does
if
seem
we'll
that
see
way.
any more of this later on.
Well,
Wait, so Timo Drama Queen, is that your Skirkuffle award?
Wait, where does it say that?
Like,
Oh,
you said,
Nico
like,
Timo
the
drama
drama
theory.
of coming back during his game.
Right. But there was no scuffle, so there's no awards.
Okay.
Jonas Siegenthaler did not beat the Schick. Schick?
Schick.
Let me take it back. Jonas Siegenthaler did not beat the shit out of Hathaway to defend Luke, to not even get like a minor Skirkuffle award.
an honorable mention.
There was a full fight?
Yeah.
A full fist fight.
I don't
more than I feel like I've seen him do.
I don't know if there was a hands thrown, but there was.
Oh,
I don't think
okay,
gloves went
okay.
off. No.
there was.
No gloves. No
And there
award.
might have been. I don't
right.
have it.
I don't think
In
there
my
was.
memory.
I didn't see anything in the highlights or the one website that I always go on.
You know
Okay.
why there were no skirkuffles for this? Because after the Flyers game,
Yeah.
there was a hearing about a slashing call
I
that
know what
was
you're
called
talking
on
about.
Brendan Smith, which from my recollection didn't seem that heinous. It was like any other slashing call that you'd see in any other game. They suspended him for 2 games after that.
I wonder if everyone
But
was
yet,
pulling back.
your boy,
My boy.
Jacob Trouba,
Excuse you.
that you bring up on this podcast every week.
Not this week.
Okay. Every other week. He can swing his stick at someone's head like a baseball bat. He just gets fine.
Oh my gosh.
He was just in a silly, goofy mood.
Silly, goofy. No. No. But yeah, because Brendan Smith was out. No skirkuffles,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
that is true. He is the Skirkuffle
He
king.
is usually
Yes.
our go-to guy.
Just small theory. There's a little more theatrics happening.
You
than
know
I
what
think.
theatrics I would pay for?
What?
Just to see John Marino throw hands with someone.
Ooh, that would be weird.
Professor Otter himself.
Beaver.
I had to pause for a second and think of it if it was
The
an otter
correct
or a
animal.
beaver. Yeah.
What are you talking about? He's gonna slap people with his fins.
Fins.
Because he's a dolphin.
Do otters have fins?
He is a dolphin. That's right. He thought he was a dolphin.
So he's gonna be slapping people with his fins.
Yeah,
The
fair
John
enough.
Marino slander on this podcast continues every
He
week.
didn't do anything. Why do we do this to
We
him?
never even talk about him
Yeah.
in the actual game. We never comment on him at all. We only talk about him to compare him to either otters or dolphins.
Yeah.
Well, moving on.
Let's just move on from that.
Yeah.
Allie,
Yeah. What are the whispers?
on the Twitter wins this week.
Well, I have only a couple of brief ones for you. Here's a little bit of a teaser. I'm going to give you something new this week.
Ooh.
Oh.
First thing on Twitter is someone started a little thread about hating Bowie, the Kraken mascot. And I was thinking of you, Shannon.
Oh.
What happened?
One of my mutuals just posted, Bowie's weird, basically. And
Yeah. Sea troll.
yes. Yeah. People agree with you, Shannon. You can rest easy knowing that you are not the only person disturbed by Bowie.
He's not the best, I have to
All right.
admit.
The only other thing that, I took a little bit of like a Twitter fast this weekend. So
Mhm.
I kind of missed whatever was happening on hockey Twitter, but I did log in just to see this before Hughes Day. There was an interview where someone asked, okay, so Amanda Stein posted that someone asked Jack about Quinn and referred to Quinn as, quote, basically an older brother. And Jack said, I mean, he's not basically an older brother. He is my older brother.
Words of wisdom from Jack Hughes.
I just think that's so funny.
What do you even mean, basically? Like, he literally is.
You know how your sister is basically your sister?
Just basically. We hang out sometimes. She's like basically my sister.
She shares like most of my DNA. She's basically my sister.
Yeah.
Part of the reason why those are the only 2 brief whispers on the Twitter wins I have for you is because I have a new segment to introduce to you.
Drum roll. Allie,
Yeah.
what is this new segment?
The new segment is called In My Medical Opinion, where I give you my thoughts on some injuries.
Of which there are many.
Of which there are many when you're rooting for the Devils.
Yeah.
I've kind of done this before in previous episodes of the podcast. It's not always something that I have available to comment on because it kind of just depends on what injuries the players have. And it also depends on when they give us actual definitive information on what the injury is, which usually they don't.
Yeah.
Right now, Dougie Hamilton is out indefinitely on injury reserve, and they have confirmed that he underwent successful surgery for a torn pectoral muscle. Obviously, with Dougie having this injury, people are wondering how long it will be till we see him again.
Yeah.
Do you want to learn a little bit about pectoral injuries, Shannon? Sarah, Shannon, Sarah?
Oh.
Yes, I want to know, and I want to know how long is he going to be out? Because I hear the word surgery.
Yeah.
To me, that means the rest of the season.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. So the first thing you need to know about this is that, first of all, the word pectoral muscle just like irks me because I just picture a pectoral fin.
Wow. I actually picture like the muscle on my chest, and this is the weird like thing that's very clear to me.
Well, it's not called the pectoral muscle. It's pectoralis major and pectoralis minor.
Oh, okay.
Use its real full Christian name.
Wow.
Pectoral just sounds weird to me. I guess it's not wrong, but I'm going to refer to it as pectoralis because I am a fancy girl. The first thing you need to know is that the pectoralis is like a stupid muscle. And it's like, yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah.
Normal people, like, you don't even need it, honestly. First of all, a regular person just
put
like
it back out there.
Put it back out there. A regular person is like never going to injure this muscle. It's only really seen in like military folks and athletes because you have to do like really specific weird movements to damage this muscle. And when it is torn, well, first of all, there's 2 muscles, pectoralis major, pectoralis minor. The one that's typically injured is pectoralis major. And when it is injured, usually the other muscles in your shoulder can compensate for it. And so with a regular person, you just do some PT, you let it scar down, and you go on, you live your life. Athletes who, you know, are doing movements, especially like in hockey where you might be falling on the ice while you're reaching for a puck with your stick and you have like your arm extended. So you have your arm hyperextended and then you get like pushed into the boards or you fall into the ice or something that can apply enough force to the pectoralis to tear it. Usually, I don't know exactly what type of injury that Dougie had, but the most common type of injury is to pectoralis major at the humerus. So it's like a weird little muscle. It's triangular. It's attached to your collarbone and also your sternum and your first couple of ribs. And then it comes across your chest and actually attaches to your upper arm bone, the humerus, and it creates that little like chicken wing in your armpit. You know, the little chicken wing.
Got it.
So it attaches your chest to your arm. So that spot, the little chicken wing, right, in like the front of your armpit, that connects right to your arm. That's where it tends to tear.
Okay.
And again, in a normal person, your like rotator cuff muscles can kind of compensate for it. But if you're an athlete, you need more control. You need more strength than that. You actually need this muscle. So if it tears there, typically you have to undergo a surgery where you have to either sew it or anchor it or reconstruct it, depending on how bad the injury is. The problem with this is that you have to be completely immobilized at that arm/shoulder for at least 6 weeks.
Oof. Even for like a minor
if it gets surgically repaired.
Okay.
So if it doesn't require surgical repair, then it's just like physical therapy, and it's kind of you kind of take it week by week. If it's surgically repaired to if it's surgically repaired to protect that repair, you can't put any stress on it,
Right?
Because it'll just pop again. So you're going to be like in a sling or some sort of immobilizer for bare minimum 6 weeks.
Wow.
And in that 6 weeks, because you're not using your arm, your other muscles are going to lose some of its strength, because it only takes a week. It doesn't take a long amount of time for muscles to atrophy to lose some of their prior strength.
Wow. That makes me feel a lot better about like when I don't work out, I feel really out of shape and I'm like, I just gotta get back into it.
Yeah. So 6 weeks immobilized. And then after that, you have to start a physical therapy regimen where you work your way back up to full mobility pretty gradually and slowly. It can take usually, it can take like 6 months.
Oh,
it's the season.
Yeah.
Like
it's
there's
the season.
Like no reason to play him.
Realistically speaking, unless they make it to the playoffs, Dougie Hamilton will probably be out the rest of the season.
Wow.
That's so sad.
That's crazy. Because we didn't even really notice this like major injury happen.
Yeah.
Huh.
The good news is the research shows all the studies on patients with these types of injuries, those who have undergone surgery, the majority of the patients have a good outcome, and they do return to full mobility and function once this process is complete.
That's good.
But it is a long process.
Yeesh.
Well,
Poor Dougie. No.
All of it goes well, and I would love to see him come back strong.
Yes.
Next season.
Me too. Other players with injuries right now, Tomas Nosek also underwent surgery on his right foot and is also out indefinitely.
Wow.
Dang, guys.
They didn't give specific details on what his foot surgery was. So this could be, if it's a bone, like 4 to 6 weeks. Bones are easy. They heal pretty reliably unless you get one particular type of foot fracture, which fun fact I have gotten, and it took me 6 months to heal.
Yikes.
Because it was just a particular type of fracture.
Yeah.
But unless it's that, barring that type of fracture, bones typically heal in 4 to 6 weeks. And so he'll most likely be back. But who knows? If it was like a soft tissue injury, if it was a ligament injury, feet are finicky, and it's hard without knowing exactly what the injury is. Who knows how long he'll be out? That's my super fun injury update. Woo. Did it make you guys feel happy?
Like I really enjoyed being educated on these things, but I don't know if I feel happy about what's happening to our players.
Yeah, I don't think happy is the sensation.
Sorry.
I really don't want to worry about that.
Yeah.
So let's move on over to Don't Worry About It.
My favorite segment.
This is the
not
segment where we don't worry about it. And I'll say it 3 more times. Sometimes I'm saying random shit and the announcers do it too. So this week is fun.
What did they say? What were the fun things that people said?
Some stuff.
First off, we got leaky goal.
Leaky goals?
Yeah. Leaky goals.
Like, whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. Yep. Leaky goals.
We're not worrying.
The goals are leaking.
Mm-hmm.
Plumbing's leaking. What is that word?
Genucel.
Thank you. Genucel skincare. Beautiful inside and out. You know what else is beautiful? This Devil's Lead right now. This was absolutely Dano because he has like the skincare line.
This sounds like a segue that we would write.
It does. Yeah.
I love this one. I was a bull once too. This was also Dano.
Another Dano delight.
Yeah.
Let's make it.
Always.
This reminds me when we talked about Timo. I wonder if he used this because I'm getting too much into it, but because he called Timo a bull.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
All right. Bizarre of a bounce you will see.
What?
He was talking about the puck. Bizarre of a bounce you will see.
Why is he speaking like Yoda?
Well, let me wrap up the rest of the Dano quotes and then I'll get into the next segment. I love this. I didn't cheat either. This was Dano answering a trivia question, implying that he's possibly cheated on answering the trivia questions.
Or somebody
in the
else
past
did.
during the broadcast, or somebody else did. Yeah. We also got, we expect them to cheat now. This was also Dano talking about something during the Flyers game. I don't know what in the context was.
Probably
but
the refs.
Dano's talking about a lot of cheating this week.
He's protesting a bit too much.
Yes. So how do I say this? Nemitz?
Pretend the C's not there.
Well,
That
that's
makes it harder
confusing,
for
You know
me.
right?
what I mean? Like, it's just Nimitz, but like,
Nemitz.
there's no, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nemitz had a intermission interview, and I am absolutely obsessed with his accent. It wasn't just the confidence, but it was the confidence in addition to the accent that just, might be my new favorite player.
Whoa.
I
Don't
can't
do-
say it.
Don't do
I
Timo
can't.
dirty like this.
Okay. What Nemitz said, that was just so fun. He said, it'd be like normal game, really. It's a normal day for me. And I just loved this. And he also said, we score goal.
Yes, they do.
But Nemitz's accent was just an absolute delight.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. Last couple things. This just will never go away, but the puck squirts out again. Thank you, Bill. It wasn't
Stop
even
it.
Dano,
Bill's doing this to troll us now.
I think he might be.
honestly.
Yeah.
And lastly, we have premature hornage.
This one is unique because it came from the Sharks broadcast, not
Yes,
from Bill or
that's
Dano.
true.
Mm-hmm. I'm not even going to explain that one.
Don't worry about it.
Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Not gonna worry about it.
We're not worrying about that last one.
Nope.
And we're moving on over to It Boy of
Hell
the
yeah. Okay, I lied. This is my favorite segment.
Yeah.
Who am I kidding? Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Okay, you guys.
You got a nomination?
Oh, I got it. Girl, you know I got a nomination.
Okay.
Whoa.
Do you have a nomination?
No.
Oh.
I do.
Do you?
But I have a really weird feeling.
Okay. Let's fight.
Let's see. Or will it be
Oh.
the same?
I think it's the same.
I was torn between two people this time.
I don't
Oh,
think.
Okay, no, you have to go first
I
now.
was really torn.
I don't think it's gonna be
Okay.
the same.
And
Really?
I couldn't.
No.
Just tell me.
Okay. I wanted to nominate Luke Hughes,
Okay.
but
Okay.
I have to give it to Alexander Holtz.
Mm.
Whoa.
He just played so well, a consistent scorer.
Yeah.
He skates
Okay.
so well.
People can't
He's
see the
really
smile creeping
defensive
across.
with the
like
puck.
this.
I like Alexander Holtz, and I think it is his turn to be It Boy of the Week.
Okay.
All right.
Shannon, who is your nomination?
I thought you were going to say Luke Hughes because I am also nominating Luke Hughes.
What?
I know this is crazy because this is crazy,
This is crazy.
but there was just nothing that topped the immediate seconds in OT goal for me. And then followed by the bow. Sold.
Yeah.
That it didn't even have to be a goal during OT. It was the bow that just made him It Boy of the Week for me. So that's why I wanted to nominate him.
All right, Sarah, you're the tiebreaker. Who's
All
it going to
right.
be? Holtz or Hughes?
Well, you've made some good arguments here. But even though I didn't have a nomination prepared, my mind did instantly go to one of these two people
Ooh.
once I thought about it for a second.
Okay.
And so, It Boy of the Week this week
Oh my
is Luke Hughes.
Ah, boo!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I
And-
love how we get enthusiasm for when I nominate a Hughes brother.
Yeah. Hold on a
The one
second.
that you don't have a disdain for.
I nominate a Hughes brother, and I get light work, no reaction.
Well, he's already won twice, so
And he's hot dog water.
Jack Hughes has only been It Boy once.
actually, that's not true.
What?
Twice.
Well, I guess I'm a stan.
But since we already talked about who Luke would be if he was a Mario character,
Yes.
so if it was Alex Holtz, I think he'd be Yoshi.
Yeah. Who would be Daisy?
Eric Holla.
Yeah. Who would be Timo would be Rosalina.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who did you say Nico was?
Princess Peach,
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. This is making sense now.
The most important player is Princess Peach.
Yeah.
The most overpowered character? Mario. Hence Jack Hughes.
Yeah.
So who is Bowser? I know who Bowser is.
Jacob Truba.
It's Jacob Truba.
That's not what I was going to
Wait,
say.
who were you going to say?
Tio.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, but what you said makes way more sense.
I feel like Tio has more of a King Boo energy because sometimes he pretends
he's on
to be
his
nice.
side.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
right. Yeah.
This is good, guys.
Wait, this is fun. Who
This
else
is-
can we cast? We don't have to. Who else can we?
Who's Dry Bones?
Oh.
To me, instantly in my head went Siegenthaler. Because
Huh,
I think Dry
okay.
Bones is cool. And I
Okay.
think Siegenthaler is cool. But
Alright.
that has nothing to do with Dry
I got a good
Bones.
one.
I can accept it.
Dougie Hamilton?
Yeah.
Birdo.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I was going to say Kevin Ball is Waluigi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Toad.
But who is Toad
Who's
then?
Toad? Who's like the...
Brendan Smith. Scrappy. Toad is Scrappy.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And defends Princess Peach.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Shannon, you want to lead us out?
Sure. This has been Hot Girls Hockey. Tune in next week for more sugar.
Space.
And everything ice.
Cool.
Song?
No music this
Song?
week?
Song.
Song? Did we sing one?
All right, you ready, Shannon?
Yeah. I don't know the lyrics, but I'm going to just trust you.
One.
That worked well last time.
2, 3.
A, B, C, D, E, F, U, and your mom, and your sister, and your job, and your mother.
Ass cock.
Whoa.
And that shit you call art. If you like our show, please leave us a rating, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and tweet at us at hotgirlshockey_.